Hey, did you know Trevor and Jay host a radio show?
Wait, Trevor and Jay host a radio show?
I heard Trevor and Jay host a radio show.
Trevor and Jay host a radio
Trevor
show?
and Jay host a radio show.
Trevor and Jay are hosting a radio show?
Trevor and Jay
Trevor and Jay host a radio show.
Trevor and Jay.
Trevor and Jay host a
Trevor and
radio
Jay
show.
host a radio show.
Trevor and Michael host a
Radio show?
Your explosive alternative. Boom.
All right.
Well, howdy.
Welcome.
Welcome to our potential,
Our potential season finale?
most like all.
It probably is.
You can definitely like expect it to be, and then maybe you're in for a pleasant surprise if it's not. But I would go ahead and mark your Trevor and Jay calendars this evening with your exclusive Trevor and Jay printed calendars with your
Available now on Etsy.
with your season finale colored marker, custom from the Trevor and Jay store.
What is this season finale colored? Well, it's a color, right?
Yeah.
It's a shade?
Yeah,
Season finale?
yeah.
We won't say what shade it is.
It's
like,
uni-
where it's a shade of.
It is
We know.
universal.
Yeah, everyone knows.
So.
Crayola came out with it.
Yeah.
So,
Before we were born,
sponsor.
on our birthday.
What is the show already?
Well,
Trevor and I are very tired.
we're like, you know, a minute and a half in. We've yet to say, you know, anything that is anything. So it's looking good.
We're approaching the end of the semester now.
Yeah, I think
Hence the maybe season finale.
yeah, I've been more busy. I've been busier. That's the word.
Yeah.
These past few weeks than I have like maybe ever been at college.
Really? Ever?
Maybe not ever, but
Mine.
definitely like
Yeah.
definitely maybe ever. I don't know. I'd have to check my diaries.
Check your diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which has been a lot.
Yeah.
So
I have trouble reading your diary. So I take your diary sometimes.
yeah,
And I have trouble reading it because it's written in season finale.
right.
And it sort of blends in with the page color.
Oh, the page color is the color of the page is season 6, episode 1,
Oh, okay.
which is
that's
very
why.
close to the season finale color.
You're right. That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
So I'll have to switch it up a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's so that people can't read my thoughts. I thought you were going to tell me when you started talking that you have trouble reading my diarrhea,
Oh,
and I was going to tell you
that too.
it's in Braille. So if you were using your eyes, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
So how have you been?
Let's talk about our weeks. I have been swell.
And our weeks, not weeks as in our weeks.
Individual singular weeks.
Yeah, but our like my few weeks and your few weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while, like 2 or 3 weeks since we've had a show.
Yeah.
And
Or more.
I
There's
lost
really
a
no
limb.
way to tell.
I don't have an arm now, so
That's too bad.
And 2 feet.
That's always
Everything's
rough.
gone.
I'm sorry to
But
hear
I'm
that.
Still breathing.
I can't believe that you've lost 2 feet off of your average, like your height.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Yeah,
to hear
not my
that.
2 feet, yeah.
What have you been up to? We did some things together. We also did some things separately. How about you talk about one or both of
We were
those?
together the entire 2 weeks. Okay, hold on. Trevor and I have troubles thinking back more than a week. So what did I do a while ago?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know at all what I did a while ago.
All right, fair enough.
I'm gonna probably talk about this past week.
Okay, yeah, same. So this past week, I did a lot of driving. I went on Thursday, okay? I went back home because I had to pick up a dress shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and then I drove all the way back because Friday we had spring ball, which is college prom,
Yep.
basically, and is ironically in the exact same location that Trevor and I had our
Yeah.
senior high school
The
prom.
7th layer of hell.
Yeah, it's a bit nippy.
Yeah.
Pickled. And then, and that was at Wachusett.
Mhm.
So I didn't drive there.
Watch
but
you
we
sit.
did a lot of
Watch
driving.
you sit hill.
Yeah, Wachusett Hill. It's a pretty big hill.
Yeah.
I think I think people fall down it sometimes on
But-
pieces of plastic.
but like with intent,
Yeah,
and with style.
right?
So that was so Jay and I, we brought our spouses to this college prom up on the hill.
And by let's clarify. We don't mean our individual singular spouses.
We mean our
Both
plural
plural
spices.
polygamy species.
Spices. So I brought some garlic powder.
Maybe it's just spy.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's spy. So we went to their. My brain is dead.
We did go to there.
Yeah, we did go to there, and then
It was fun. We danced. We drank some alcohol. We
True.
danced some more.
legally,
Yeah, legally.
legal dancing.
It was really the dancing. It's not like in Footloose. I love that we're 21 now, so we can finally dance.
Yeah.
Without
Trevor and I were raised in Amish country. I don't know if you knew
Yeah. I was finally able to get rid of my fake dancing ID.
that. Yeah.
So it was too bad when the dance police showed up though, and shot 6 to 12 people to death.
Yeah, it was very sad.
For unlicensed tap shoes.
Yeah.
All right, so we've yet to make a joke
And then
or say anything actually.
and then hey, but we started on time today.
No, you're right.
Maybe that's why we're off.
No, you know what? I think that this is turning out so far
Yeah.
to be one of my favorite shows.
I think I'm half asleep. We were saying that this should be like the dream.
You know what I wonder? I wonder if when we came in, if I didn't tell you that I was tired and you didn't say that you were tired,
If we
how
were-
that would have affected us.
This would probably be a much more like organized.
Yeah, but it's all right. So what else did you do?
Okay, yeah. So driving. So I went
Yeah.
home, came back. Friday went to college prom, hashtag, and then came back. And then Saturday, I feel like I'm missing a trip in there somewhere. I don't know. Saturday, I had the Mara Stair Challenge,
Mm-hmm.
which is a pretty cool big event, and we had 14 people signed up, and we had 4 people compete. We called all the people, and they just canceled and dropped like flies.
Oh.
And it was very sad, but it was okay. It was a fun event. It was beautiful weather.
Did you have prizes for all 4 people?
We had prizes for 3 people.
Oh.
So the first person out did not
Hey,
get a prize.
well, at least there was like still some competition.
Yeah. No, exactly.
That's cool.
And then
How long was the winner on the stairs for? Are they still there?
yeah, they're still there.
That's too bad.
It's just they're only competing against themselves now.
Yeah,
So
but
they
for
got first prize
for their
already.
personal best.
Yeah, they have to beat the old record of 3 months.
Yeah, it's doable. It's doable with a tent.
If you don't know what the Mars Stair Challenge is, it's basically we have like 60 steps, almost all in a row. It's sort of like the edge of campus, and it just sort of drops off like 100
The
feet.
planet.
Yeah, and so we have this challenge where people just walk up and down the stairs repeatedly, and the person who can do it for the longest wins.
So if you liked walking upstairs before, hold on, because this is endless.
Hold my cup. And then but right after that,
Mhm.
back to me driving a lot.
Yep.
I drove to New York.
How long was that? 3.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
That what?
Below-
Okay, what
below-
part? What like upper New like?
No. So Troy, it's like almost right over the border. Not quite. It's a little further.
Okay.
But it's pretty close to Massachusetts. It's
Okay.
closer to Massachusetts than it is to like New York City or.
Okay, yeah, because I was
Yeah.
very surprised by 2.5 hours.
Oh,
But
yeah,
yeah, I've
me
never
too.
been to that part of New York.
Yeah, it was the first time I've ever like driven out through the Berkshires, and it was really pretty.
Yeah.
Except the weather was gorgeous until you hit New York, and there was just like a wall of clouds.
Was it like smog?
Yeah. Yeah, the dirty, dirty countryside smog.
Yeah.
It was like farmland country.
Yep.
But it was cool.
Did you bring Kaya with you?
No.
Mhm.
No.
So do you have some shout outs for your some people you saw?
No. Yeah, sure. Shout out to Livy and Allie and Phoebe. Phoebe is our international
Listener, our only
Who's not here right now.
international
and is not
listener.
listening,
Yeah.
But did once.
Yeah, that was cool.
I wonder if we have that on recording.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows what we have on recording these days?
We certainly don't.
If you can fill us in, you
Yeah,
can
right.
tweet us at
DJ Reese.
and at Sweltering Dad.
We just realized the biggest thing we did in the past 2
Yeah,
weeks.
you could say it.
We did the Hootenanny Hoedown.
The Hootenanny Hoedown Male Beauty Pageant Showdown. It was a great one this year.
2016.
Yeah. 2016 brought a lot of new competition to the Hootenanny Hoedown
Yeah.
Male Beauty Pageant Showdown.
Especially since it's 2018.
Yeah. But no, yeah. So we hosted the dance show.
Yeah.
I don't know how we
It
both
was
forgot
our-
that.
Yeah, right? It was our... Wait, let's get this right. It was our fourth, show, sort of.
Like fourth like time we've been invited back to
Semester,
host. Yeah.
Our fourth semester. In terms of actual performances now, we have done
8. Yeah.
8 dance shows.
So thank you to the dance show and
Yeah.
WXPL who got us our
Yeah.
first gig there.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm pretty sure they just keep thinking that we're
Yeah.
through WXPL continuously, but hey, we'll take it.
yeah, we'll take it. We always do.
WXPL has no idea we host that anymore.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah, so that was fun. There was a good turnout.
Yeah.
I do apologize for the incident involving all of the glass. I really didn't think about. Well, here's the thing. I looked up on the website. I didn't see that slingshots weren't allowed, so I thought, okay, it must be fine. I didn't think about putting the bottles in.
Child.
Yeah, and when that kid, God rest his soul, I
Should've had
bet
a
he
bottle.
had a very fun time though. But it was a good time.
So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, you
We're,
know.
The lawsuit's still pending.
Yeah, but we're
We'll win.
yeah, we'll win. We always win. There's a reason we're in film law school.
Yep.
I've written many a script about a courtroom.
That would be like a really funny TV show, film law school.
It's like learning how to. It's
specific.
learning how to. You know, like the lawyers in the movies who like crack the case real cool. You know, they're like, wait a minute, you're telling me that this happened, but wait a minute, didn't you say a minute ago that you need glasses? So how did you know that
How
this?
did you put the kid in the slingshot?
Yeah, and then it's real cool, and then the judge comes over and gives you a hug because he's like, that was the best lawyering I've ever witnessed on my big bench.
The best lawying.
So, well, thanks for listening.
That's our show.
That's been us. So,
yeah, that was really fun. Trevor picked me up on stage. And we
Yeah.
took a picture
um,
with me in his arms.
I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
Yes, no, I haven't.
You want to hear some things that I did this week?
No.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So I also had a week. I also went to the spring ball. I brought my girlfriend, whose name is Llama.
Yeah.
And I just fell asleep with my eyes open. So I did that. Jay and I hung out there.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Pretty cool.
I also, the next day,
Uh-huh.
went to a 1920s themed speakeasy
That's awesome.
gala,
And it got busted.
and it got busted. No, so this is how it worked, right?
Okay, yeah.
So we have the tickets.
Wait, was this a charity event?
It was a fundraiser for the community center.
Okay.
So on the tickets, they tell you the tickets say on them,
Yeah.
the secret parking lot that you have to park at. By the way, so I'm dressed in 1920s, attire, which was the same outfit that I wore for the ball, but I had a vest and like an Irish cap on,
My dad has one of those, and he calls it his jaunty cap.
That's what people call him. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Okay, good.
Shout out to Martin Jaunty Cap Reese. So we get to the secret lot, and there's a shuttle that takes a space shuttle.
Can you say where the secret lot is?
It was the community center parking lot,
Oh, okay.
but there was a shuttle that drove us to town hall.
Oh.
So we go into town hall, and other than there was a photo shoot thing happening outside with an old classic car that you could stand in front of.
That's pretty cool.
If that wasn't happening, you wouldn't know like that this party. You didn't hear anything. You didn't see like crowds of people.
Wow.
So you walk through these hallways in town hall, and you get to a door, and you knock, and like a little piece of wood slides open, and they ask you for the password.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then
the
invitation had the password written on it.
Wow.
Which was 4 daughters. That was the password for this place.
That's cool.
So I opened. So then they let you in, and then they had like 2 actors in there who were like 1920s people, and they were like, oh hey sweetie, like they were like touching my beard and stuff. So they bring us to the elevator, bring us up. They were real life, virtual. They bring us up in the elevator, and we get out, and there's a champagne fountain. And you know who was standing outside the elevator, who was acting at the event? Shawnee.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she was one of the like 1920s actors that was hired to work the event.
She goes here.
Yeah. So then the event was so Jen and I did the math. There were like 157 people there.
Wow. You did. Wait, hold on.
That's not. No. Hold on. No. Hold on.
Every...
The math hasn't happened yet. Guess how much money just the ticket sales were for that many people. I want you to guess.
Oh goodness. Hold on. Let me think nice and hard about this. Can I do math?
Yeah, sure.
Because I think I know what the ticket price was.
You don't.
Oh, I don't?
You don't. You're close to it though.
Okay. And here, can I have one of those post-it notes?
Yeah.
I'm going to do. I was about to say long division.
You're close to what the price is, because I think I told you the price, but I was actually wrong if I did tell you what I originally thought it was.
Yeah. I think that this is probably inaccurate. But I want to see if I can still do math. And so I'm going to keep stalling and talking about how I think I can do math while I try to actually do math.
I don't know how well, I really don't know how well I could write out a multiplication, problem right now after not doing it for years.
Right.
I could do it in my head. I can do it in my head like very well, but like writing things out, I have some trouble.
Was it $28,550?
It was $19,000.
$19,000. Okay.
What
I overshot drastically.
Only by $9,000.
Okay, wait. So, how much were the tickets?
$125.
Okay, I thought it was $150.
Okay, yeah.
But wait, is my math still wrong?
I don't know.
Because that seems like a drastic way. Oh well. Anyways.
Welcome to the math show.
Right.
So that was fun. I had made a slideshow for them to play. So they told me
the one you'd been working on?
Yeah.
Showing me?
So they told me while I was there, they were like, "Oh, we want you to go up on stage and talk about it." So I went up with a beer, and a cigarette in one of those long cigarette holders.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I asked the audience if they had a lighter to give me, and I drank my beer on stage and then talked about the video.
That's cool.
So that was fun. So yeah, I did that.
What did you say about the video?
I just said because I'm dating Jen, I'm dating like the rest of the community center and the board. So that's how I got roped into the video.
That's really funny.
So I was going to, I didn't do this, but I thought about saying, as some of you know, I'm dating, Jennifer Castro, which I said that, and I pointed to her and people clapped. And what I was going to say after that was, and Jen, I actually have a very important question to ask you tonight. And then people were going to freak out. And then I was going to go, what time are we going home again? But I decided not to do that.
Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? What would she have done?
She would have known he's faking. This isn't happening.
Okay.
But I bet some people would be like, oh my God.
He's gonna propose.
Yeah.
Dang. That's clever.
But yeah, so that was fun. So that was like the highlight of my week. Oh, except I made a drastic lifestyle change that I will talk about now.
This is the highlight.
I'm now vegan.
Yep. He is now an alien species.
I am
from the planet Vega.
Yeah. So I couldn't sleep when I can't sleep, I tend to make drastic lifestyle changes. Last time I couldn't, not last time. when I shaved my beard fully off, that was a result of me not being able to sleep.
Yeah.
I was just like, let me do something, when I'm the last one awake in a house, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to like make something happen. So I shaved my beard off. Now recently I was at Jen's house and I was having trouble sleeping, and somewhere I heard a voice in my head.
It said, "Stab."
It said, "Kill all the animals and eat them." And then another voice went, "No, do the opposite." So now I've been resurrecting them. No.
Yep.
So I
You decided to become a vegan.
on a whim I became vegan.
That's so cool.
So I almost broke like
No, don't.
no, I'm not. So now I'm in.
Alright, good.
But I almost broke the night of the ball
Yeah.
because they had mozzarella sticks.
I mean, we were forcing chicken wings down your throat, and you just kept
yeah.
shooting them back up.
You guys really tried.
We would have thought the baseball bat helped, but guess not.
So I almost broke, but I decided, nope, I'm gonna stick it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be fine. I went back to my room that night after eating salad with no dressing for dinner, and I was real hungry. And I had goldfish in my room, and I had
Are goldfish vegan?
no, and I had Cheez-Its in my room, which are not vegan either. I also had a bunch of nuts, which are. And Jen was eating the goldfish and the Cheez-Its, and I was literally pacing, deciding whether or not I made an impulsive decision that I don't want to follow or I want to stick with it. And I decided, you know what? I'm just hungry right now,
Yeah.
and I haven't had a chance to go buy food that I can eat that I still enjoy. That's why I want this food. So I was like, I'm not going to eat any of it, over the weekend. I'll buy some food for when some food I'm able to eat, like Oreos are vegan, I can
Really?
get things like that.
Dang.
These things I have here that I'm going to feed you, and you can guess what they are.
The baseball bat.
Or with the baseball bat. So I didn't break. Continued the next day.
Congrats.
Fine. Then I was so Derek came to town. I was hanging out with him and Jen and Sarah, and I had some really good vegan frozen pizza that had fake cheese on it that tasted like real cheese, and I was real happy about it. Tasted good.
Cool.
The next day I got Starbucks. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
I was like trying to hold
I could-
the pause as
each-
long as I could before.
Each one following the first, I thought you were gonna do the and then not sneeze like you were faking it.
Oh no, they were very real. That hurt.
So whatever. So the next day
Maybe
we're
I should become vegan.
it's okay. So there's a lot of
Not yet. Maybe at some point in my life.
so you should try it but you need to make sure you like stock up first, because if you don't stock up
For the winter.
for the winter, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm so hungry and I don't want lettuce. But so we go to Starbucks, right? We're eating. I can have bagels, like some of their bagels, and then there's like this nut butter stuff, and then the normal coffee that I usually get is vegan if I get it with almond milk instead of regular milk. So I was like, good, real satisfying breakfast. Then I saw someone's Instagram story that Veg Fest was happening in Worcester while we were in Millbury.
No way.
So I looked it up, and it was a vegan food festival in Worcester.
Did you go?
Yeah, so we went, and it was like all vegan food and like different like vegan products and stuff, and it was super cool. And the food that I had there was like better than like a lot of food that I eat anyway.
Damn.
So that was pretty cool. That was like
That's cool.
that's
I
what
like
I
it.
said
Veg
earlier
Fest.
when like the time, like the stars aligned, and it was
Yeah.
like here's this festival for you to go. So I did that today for lunch. I went to a place called Roots in Leominster.
No way.
Have you been there?
Yeah. Well, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
But Kaya has with her friends.
Yeah.
And is probably, if she's listening right now, freaking out like, oh yeah, Roots.
So I got a wrap, like a vegan wrap that had beet hummus as like the sauce kind of. That was
I
the
wonder if I would
spread.
like that. I love hummus.
It tasted like like hummus that was like a little bit sweeter. Yeah, chicken. I think you would like it. And then it had like cauliflower and like a bunch of vegetables and stuff. And then I got a kale salad with it. And attached to, and I got kombucha.
Ooh, nice.
Do you know what that actually is?
Yeah, I've seen videos.
Because I didn't know what it was. I had tried it before and stuff, but I didn't know what it actually was.
It's like I don't know, a bacteria, fungi, something.
Yeah,
like
it's a fermented tea where they like keep reusing like the fermented
Spore or
bacteria,
whatever you
yeah,
call it.
to like keep.
Have you seen videos of it?
Yeah, I have. But I had that today. I think Kaya just messaged me and said Roots is the effing best. Have you been in the little? So yeah, she's getting my next point now. So Roots has attached to it like a little grocery store, so I ate my food, and it was really good. I took like more than half of like the salad I got home. Like I had like a lot of food, so that was good. So there's like a grocery store in the back. So I bought so everything I got was vegan. I got sugar cookies. I got rice cakes.
Yeah.
With like this like maple nut butter spread, which is basically like a peanut butter. So I can have those for like breakfast. I got I don't know, something else. And I got these. Do you want to try one?
Yeah.
So
What is it?
I'm not going to tell you beforehand.
In my mind, I expected
I
it
want-
to be some sort of jerky.
I want
and now I realize you're vegan.
I want you to close your eyes though, because I think the site will give it away. So I'm going to tell you the first one of these that I had, right? I didn't like. It's not like you're not going to like need to spit it out. You're not going to gag. The first one I had I didn't like. The second one I had I liked it. But I think it was because
The baseball bat.
I could not have expected the flavor.
Okay.
So I have my hand out. Keep your eyes closed, but you need to find my hand.
Wait, what? I need to reach out for your hand?
Yeah, just cause.
Okay, hold on. How big is
It's
this
pretty
thing?
small.
Do I? Okay.
I'm gonna eat one with you.
Okay.
The poison is kicking in already. All right, so you wanna eat on 3?
Yeah. Am I gonna hate this?
No, but I don't know that you will like it. But it's not at all bad enough where you will like need to get it like
Can I smell
out
it
of you.
first?
Yeah.
Ooh, I kind of like the smell. I think.
I knowingly bought this. This is not like something that like
Okay. Yeah.
I bought thinking it would be
You know,
gross.
I feel like I'm not worried to eat this because out of all the things we've ever had on the show, the things that are probably the most disgusting are things that are not vegan. It's like some weird meat.
Yeah.
All right.
So all right, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Can I open my eyes?
Yeah. So I want you to guess what it is.
It's really bad. The texture reminds me of crickets.
It's It's not, but it's like I see where you're coming from.
I guess like crickets aren't vegan, right?
No.
I don't know. Is it like a wheat chip? Barley?
It is a chip. That's part of the name. It's not.
Is it eggplant?
You want to look at it?
Yeah. No! What? Oh, that would totally give it away. It's kale.
Yeah. Kale chips.
Wow. That's
What
so-
flavor?
Barbecue?
No.
Something?
Zesty nacho, which you wouldn't really guess. They don't really taste like
Fair
that.
enough. Oh, that's so interesting. This looks cool.
So I
If
bet
everyone
now.
looked in at
I bet
us, they'd
now-
Probably think we were holding pieces
Weed.
of weed. But,
I bet now if you ate that, you'll like it better than the first one.
Well,
Do you or not? Because the second one that I just had right now, I liked it more than the first one.
I
Because
like it more because now I know what it is.
Yeah. So, but also, just to be clear, these are some of the worst. I like these. These are some of the worst tasting vegan things I bought so far. This is not representative of the vegan food that I've been eating. Because I've been eating like very delicious food.
That's cool. I was saying on the YouTube channel, like cook vegan.
I'm gonna
dishes.
keep eating these. If you want to eat some, you can also eat some.
I'm probably good.
So I also ordered.
Stuck in my teeth.
So I ordered Papa John's, right,
Oh right.
for delivery.
Oh wait, yeah. What did you order from?
So apparently, I have been looking at PETA's website, which has been telling me like what things from what places are vegan.
Mhm.
Papa John's dough, their original dough is vegan. Their sauce is vegan, so I just didn't get cheese. I got a bunch of vegetables, and their garlic sauce, that's like a side sauce,
Yeah.
which is normally the reason that I get Papa John's, just so I can dip the pizza in the garlic sauce, is also vegan.
No way.
So I got Papa John's.
Dang. That's pretty cool.
So, I also can tell that I've lost weight because these pants were too tight for me like a week ago, and I need a belt now.
Really?
So,
Hey, congrats.
I'm feeling good. Also,
I want to exercise more. That's my big thing.
I need to. I don't at all. Today, when I sat down to do my homework,
Mhm.
I had like
A baseball bat.
more. Our season finale
I'm
baseball
not gonna
bat.
Let that down. Sorry.
I had more energy
Mhm.
than I feel like I've ever had to go do my homework.
No way.
Like my brain was like firing on all cylinders. So
I definitely eat less meat than I used to.
the things I've said this before. What's tough for me is not going to be the meat.
Mhm.
It's going to be cheese,
Mm,
chocolate.
True. I think
you
that's
know.
probably why I would be vegetarian.
Yeah.
If anything, but I don't know.
Honey. Can't have honey.
Ooh.
Which is obvious, but it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
When I realized honey's not vegan, I was like, obviously it's not. But I don't think I ever realized that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there are a lot of substitutes. Like I have what is literally Nutella in my room, and it's better than Nutella, and it's vegan.
I hear so many things about Nutella that it's secretly bad for you.
Yeah.
Or cancerous or something.
Hopefully not.
I don't know.
But yeah, so I've been happy. I loved going to Roots today. That was like a cool
I should
experience.
Really go. Kai, you should take me.
We should all go.
Or Jill or whoever else.
What time is it? 9:30. Wow,
Isn't it?
that's early.
This is the slowest show we've ever had.
My mom sent me a picture of something. Oh, my mom sent me a picture of Sean taking our picture.
Oh, really?
Were you taking a picture?
Hey. No, yeah. I was going to take a picture, and it's going to say tune in, and I'm going to put it on Snapchat.
So do you want to hear some things that aren't vegan?
Yeah. What? Why?
What I mean by that is, do you want to change the subject and talk about something else?
Oh, okay.
Meat, fish.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Backpack.
Yes,
I told
backpack.
Trevor to remind me backpack later, and he didn't, so I'm
But I-
leaving with my backpack. But what?
Oh no, nothing. Go.
No, yeah. Trevor had tried to have Siri set a reminder for him.
But my reminders are full, so she said no.
Yeah, she dumped him.
Yeah.
Poor Siri.
Rest in peace. So backpack.
Jesus.
Backpack. What is this? What show is this
Come
from?
Get your backpack.
Backpack.
I've never
Backpack.
seen that. We'll link in the description.
What song? What show is this from? Backpack. Backpack. Backpack.
Is it Dora?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that a clever song?
Backpack. I don't remember it now.
That's it. That's
how it
that's
went.
the song.
Oh well.
Also,
in any case,
yeah.
I lost my backpack.
Ooh. Okay.
I have since found my backpack.
All right. Fill me in. Fill in the middle part.
Okay, so here's the thing. Ready?
Yep.
So, not this past weekend, but the previous weekend. Okay.
Okay. Wait. Hold on.
yeah.
Real quick. I just want you to know that my mom texted me and you in a group chat. It says, to you, Jay, and jreese@facebook.com.
What?
So she sent a text, but one of the numbers she added to the text was jreese@facebook.com.
Why?
I don't know, but we'll answer your question in a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
So not this past Sunday, but the previous Sunday, right?
Mhm.
After the dance show, I realized I couldn't find my backpack anywhere in my room. And I was like, that's weird, Kaya, did I leave my backpack in your room? And no, it wasn't there either. And so I start slowly freaking out, realizing that I don't know where my backpack is. But I have all the stuff
I can
that
see
I
this,
normally
like-
carry in it.
I can see this, like, tearing you apart.
Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Especially when I'll tell you all the stuff I had in it afterwards or whatever, because I had some pretty important and expensive things in there that I don't want to say just in case anyone ever finds my back. I mean, I found it, but in case anyone ever steals my backpack and
Yep.
it has all these expensive things in it, if I happen to be carrying them.
I can't picture your backpack.
It's red. It's LL Bean. It's really nice. And
Okay.
it gives more people opportunity to steal my backpack. It's ironic. Me and Dan Kincaid, shout out, have the same red backpack.
That's funny.
So I texted him and I was like, "Hey, any chance that we mixed up backpacks?"
Yeah.
'Cause he was in my car earlier that week.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing. I didn't realize I'd been missing my backpack for 5 days. Since
Okay.
Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time I could pinpoint knowing that I had it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I was scrambling all
Yep.
around campus. I was like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I left it in Weston because we did a rehearsal before the dance show."
Mm-hmm.
It's like maybe I brought it there, but I didn't remember having it there. And I was like, "Oh, well, I must have left it like in the library, or maybe
Yep.
it's in Hammond in the campus center or something." And then I realized the last time I knew I had it at least was in class right before the rehearsal.
Okay.
So what I now realize, two things either happened, and I don't know which one,
Mm-hmm.
and which troubles me a little bit. I either blatantly left my backpack in the classroom and just took my laptop to the rehearsal, or I put my backpack in the editing lab, thinking it was a safe spot because only I and a couple other people
Yep.
can access it, and I would just go pick it up after the rehearsal
Mhm.
and just forgot about it. Thankfully, I emailed a bunch of people freaking out, and on Monday, one of the professors was like, "Oh yeah, is that your backpack in EQ?" And I was like, "Okay, thank goodness."
Yep.
Because someone had found it. Nick Gerard, shout out.
Shout out to Nick.
And gave it to.
That is stressful.
It was horrible.
I can guarantee you that if that happened to me,
Yeah.
unless I had something very valuable in there, which I normally don't in a backpack. Normally, like,
Usually I don't either.
I would have taken very much less steps than you took, and I almost definitely would have immediately assumed this backpack that I once owned is now gone forever, and that's where
Well, okay.
the story ends for me and my backpack.
I was running through the library because I'd been there on Wednesday. This was before I realized I had it in class, and I was like, "Oh, I left it in the library." I was running through the library, looking everywhere. I was like checking the bathroom and everything,
Yep.
seeing if it was around. And I just happened to run into someone who worked at EQ, and I was like, "Hey, like, did you happen to see my backpack at all at any point?"
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I didn't even ask them. Maybe I just said I was looking for my backpack and
Yeah.
I had lost it. And they said, "Oh, wait, I think there might be a backpack in EQ."
Aqua.
Huh?
Aqua.
Aqua.
It's pronounced aqua.
Aqua. Aquacentra.
Yeah.
So that gave me hope, and he was right. So shout out.
Well, I'm glad you found it. I didn't lose anything except my phone charger this week,
Nice.
so I had to buy a new one today.
I lost something else after the backpack. I don't remember what it was. I've had a bad 2 weeks of losing things.
The past month, I've gone through like 3 phone chargers.
3 phones.
3 phones. I keep taking them from people and going through them.
What? Wait, so really?
I had a shuttle driver get mad at me today, and I was not happy about it.
Why? Wait, why do you keep losing phone chargers?
No, they keep breaking.
Oh.
Well, today, one of them got lost, the others broke.
Gotcha.
and-
The bus drivers?
The bus drivers. No, I had a shuttle driver like give me a lot of attitude today, and I was not excited about it
Give it back to them.
because I walk out of my building,
You
right?
should smack the bus driver.
I walked out of my building, Abishan,
Yeah.
to, you know how there's like the stop sign right in front of Abishan where there's the 4-way intersection?
Yeah.
I can see the shuttle coming down the road, and I need to take the shuttle. So I walk out of Abishan, and I stop at the stop sign, knowing the shuttle has to stop at the stop sign. So I wave. The guy stops at the stop sign, opens his door. Before he opens the door, though, he's looking at me and shaking his head.
Seriously?
And he opens the door and he's like, "Come on, dude. This is not a stop. I'm not supposed to be picking people up." And I'm like,
It's ironic because
it's literally a stop. And I was
I
like,
get what you mean.
but I'm like
Yeah.
you have to stop here. There was nobody on the shuttle. I was not like causing a ruckus, and I was like, why are you so? I was like, okay, I'm sorry, but I was like, why are you so upset about this happening right now?
That's crazy.
So
The shuttle drivers, like, bless them for doing their job. Some of them are like interesting characters.
yes, some of them, and they're either very like nice, very quiet, or like very like different. You want to know like what they're about.
Yeah.
That's like what I like notice about them.
True.
I would like driving for like my job. I could deal with driving.
Mhm.
I wouldn't like driving in a loop.
Yeah.
My whole
How
life.
many hours do you think they're there just driving in circles?
I have no. I wonder if it's like an 8-hour shift.
That's horrible.
I also don't know when they switch from using 2 shuttles to 1. Like at what point in the day that happens.
No idea.
And I don't like. I wish there were always 2.
Yeah.
I also wish they were there on the
I wish
weekends.
Pittsburgh did.
I also wish that they were running 24/7.
True.
Because the amount of times I've had to. The only reason I've ever gotten tickets at Fitchburg State is because I've gotten to, like, because of shuttles not running when I needed them to run, and it like snowing out, and I like am not wanting to walk from Civic.
Yeah.
But,
Bad. Hey, another thing that happened to me this week. Kaya and I finished Halo 2.
how was that?
It was we didn't realize we had finished Halo 2.
Really?
It just we saw a cutscene and then it
It
brought us
ended?
back to the main menu and we were like, wait, is that it?
That's funny.
So now we're gonna start Halo 3. You should play sometime.
You know what I played over the weekend that I haven't played. I played on your heartstrings. Over the weekend,
Yeah.
I played on a console that I have not played on in a very long time.
PlayStation 2,
No.
Atari,
Nope.
Wii,
Nope.
Nintendo DS,
Nope.
Game Boy.
No.
Xbox.
Nope.
Not PlayStation, Atari, Sega.
Nope.
Nintendo 64.
Nope.
GameCube.
Yep.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's like the last one I think I could think of.
Yeah. GameCube.
That's amazing.
I played Time Splitters, which I had never
I have
played
no
before,
idea what that is.
because my mom's boyfriend Rob.
Is it about time travel?
Yeah, it's about like chasing these like aliens as they like jump through different points in time, basically.
That's kind of cool.
Rob has like more consoles than I have ever seen in my life. Like
Really?
it's awesome.
Dang.
He's got GameCube, Atari, N64, Xbox, like the Xbox, like the original
just
Xbox. He also has like the new Xbox.
PlayStation?
I think a PlayStation.
Probably some version of
Yeah. The the NES, like the original like Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, does that have like an oval controller? Sort of?
Yeah.
Like a pill
Yeah.
shape?
Yeah, I think so.
That's interesting. I played Kirby on that.
I can't even think of like all the other. There are a lot of things that Sega Genesis.
Oh wow. Yeah, throwback.
I don't know, a lot of
What
things.
I feel like I used to play something on Sega, but I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever played it, but
I
it,
had a PlayStation 1.
yeah.
Once.
I had my console, the only console that like because you know me, like I'm not a
Yeah.
gamer. Like I don't have an Xbox. I've never had like an Xbox or a
You've
PlayStation
never played a game ever.
ever. I had GameCube. That was like my
Oh really?
that was my thing.
I never had a GameCube.
Really?
Yeah, Matt had a GameCube, so we'd play like baseball games on it. But
Yeah, I had a GameCube. I had a Wii also, but that was like
Yeah.
me and my brother's Wii. I mean, the GameCube was both of ours too, but he like started like actually
Yeah.
gaming like with like an Xbox after that, you know.
I always said that.
And I never did, which I would like. I know I would like. I just
No, yeah.
never fell into that.
When Kaya and I finish Halo, we should have Halo nights.
That would be awesome. I would love to have Halo
Have you ever
nights.
played Halo?
I have, but not story. Like not the story.
Ooh, see, that's
I have
like-
also never I
that's
didn't
one of
know.
the appeal for me.
Derek and I had a talk about this weekend. When I was younger and I played games on GameCube, I did not know. I know this now. I've known this for a long time. But when I was younger and I played video games, I didn't know that people played video games with the goal and maybe even option to beat the entire game.
To beat really
I didn't know that was like
possible.
a thing. I didn't see a game as like
Something that could be beaten.
Yeah, I just saw it as like a bunch of levels that you play around in. I didn't know that it was a storyline from start to finish that you play and you beat. I didn't know
not
that.
Everything's like that.
No, yeah, I know, but I would play I would get a game and I would play once in a while I'd play the story mode, not knowing that it would eventually lead to an ending.
Oh.
And I would barely ever play it. What I would do is play multiplayer and have 4 people over. And that was all I would do, not knowing that people played these games
a story.
to beat them.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
I don't know. Halo has great storyline.
I'm sure I would love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I always said that Nintendo should have come out with another console
Mhm.
because after Wii they really only started doing handheld things.
Yeah.
The Wii 2 or Wii U. I guess,
Wii U, which
was, a bigger handheld slash
the Wii U,
console.
I think failed. Or
Really? I don't
am I thinking of what was the Wii thing where you held the things with the ball? Maybe that's the Wii U.
I think you're thinking of PlayStation's version of Wii.
Maybe.
It looked like a Wii controller,
but it had
a little
yeah.
color
I
ball
think
at
that's
the
what I'm
end.
thinking
Yeah,
of.
it was PlayStation, I think. That failed. But I don't know. Like GameCube.
My favorite game ever on GameCube
Yeah.
was Super Mario Sunshine.
Okay, so I had a family friend who had that game, and I thought it was the coolest looking thing because you see Mario with the water
Yeah.
jetpack,
Yep.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that
I think it's called. I forget it has a
Yeah.
name. I think it's called Flow. Maybe.
Well, I loved that thing, and I was very upset that I never really played the game.
That is my favorite video game that I
Ever?
have played. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That I loved that. It's super fun. You have to go clean up. There's basically an evil version of Mario that looks like Mario.
Yeah.
That's running around Delfino Plaza, which is that.
Yeah.
And he's getting ink all over stuff, making it nasty. So you get in trouble.
Yeah.
And they're you're going to stay on Delfino Plaza until you clean up all of your ink, Mario. And then you have to spray it all off, basically.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, that's like doing the dishes.
It's definitely more fun than
yeah.
that, but that's kind of what the basis of.
That's really cool.
You're in trouble because this guy who looks like he was causing a ruckus. Oh, and he captured Peach, I think. I forget. I also think he might be Bowser. I forget, and
okay.
created this thing that looks like Mario. I don't remember.
I like Nintendo's characters. It's just such a
Yeah,
interesting motley group.
Yeah, Iron Man and Doctor
Yeah,
Strange.
Okay, wait.
I haven't seen it.
Neither have I.
Okay.
This is something that happened this weekend. Yesterday,
I haven't
got
seen
back
any of
from
them.
New York, went straight to the movie theater to meet Kaya. Got in, they were sold out.
Oh,
I had work later, so I couldn't do the next time show.
that is too bad.
Time show.
Um.
Time show. Show me time.
Okay,
But I'm
Rob.
really excited to see it.
Rob texted me. He said he also had the Sega Master System and Sega Genesis.
I don't know which one I played on. I don't know what I played on it either. I feel like I played. I want to say Battlefront 2, but that's a lie. That was probably PlayStation 2. So.
I actually did have an Xbox, an original Xbox at one point, but I bought it at the time where the Xbox 360 was out.
Oh really?
Just because I was
Why not?
you know what I think? I think that I thought that you could play Xbox 360 games on an
that's really
original
sad.
Xbox.
Backwards compatibility
Would be
is a sad-
cool.
Well, yeah, but Okay, so Kaya has an Xbox One, right?
Yep.
I only have a 360. And I tried to like put some games on her thing until I realized that they sort of lied when they were advertising the Xbox One and said that it would be completely backwards compatible. It's backwards compatible for certain games.
Oh, okay. So
Isn't that disgusting?
yeah, like some games are completely backwards compatible, but
it's
yeah,
like, but not all of them.
yeah, that's annoying. You know, it's annoying when my phone decides my charger doesn't work. Have I told you about how this happens?
Isn't backwards compatible.
Sometimes my phone will decide my charger doesn't work because I think it wants me to buy a new charger,
A new one.
an Apple one. It doesn't really happen with the Apple ones unless I've had them for like a year. With the off-brand ones, it happens after a couple weeks. I will plug my phone in. It will not charge, and it will die. It'll eventually die. When it's dead, it will charge because it can't decide that it doesn't want to.
That's annoying.
And then it will turn. And then it will turn back on. And then once it's on, it will decide that it won't charge anymore.
Okay, I love Apple in terms of like computers.
Yeah.
And even tablets, sure.
Sure.
Why not? But I'm so not a fan of iPhones. No offense
No,
to anyone with iPhones.
I've been.
I know they're decent enough.
No, yeah, they're fine. They're like fine for like what they're good at doing what they're like
Meant to
famous
do.
for doing,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But like I love how Androids are like an open system. Like,
Yeah.
can you go download like a video onto your phone? If you go to a website that has like a video download or something like that,
probably.
like I couldn't.
I have a downloads folder.
Yeah, see,
It's like a computer
yeah,
sort of.
I don't. Like that's not something that I can do, you know, things like that or like
Maybe it makes it safer. I don't know.
well, maybe I think it seems like there would be good reason where it would be safer, but like if you like know what you're doing, like you should be fine, you know? Like I'm usually not downloading viruses on my computer.
Oh, I exclusively
Download viruses.
on my
I mean, actually maybe I am because I have been
booted off the network.
yeah,
That's something that happens.
yeah, I've been quarantined from the network for, you know, a few weeks now. So
Has that been resolved yet?
no, because I still haven't had. I've had too much work to go leave my laptop at IT.
They give you a rental.
I
Or does it
know,
work
but
where you need
I'd work where I would just prefer mine, you know. So I've been going to Barnes and Noble and using their Wi-Fi, which gets me to do my work. So it like works out fine. It's just annoying. I actually have a big presentation that's I'm like it will take me like 15 minutes to finish, but that's due tomorrow that I have to finish like later on tonight or early in the morning. But I'm pretty much done.
And how?
So
Well, that's exciting. Which Barnes and Noble?
the one in that plaza that has the Michaels and the Shaws in it.
Wait, how did you say that word?
Plaza. I said plaza.
You can say plaza. if you
No,
want.
I say plaza. When I said it then, I said plaza, and as I said plaza, my head went, that's not how you say that.
Well, we lost all of our listeners because of it.
Because I said plaza. I went to the plasma.
The plaza.
Yeah, I say
Okay.
plaza.
I called amnesia Anastasia. Earlier
That's
today.
okay.
That was a bad mistake.
I
Had a bout of Anastasia.
had a bout of dead air.
Yeah. Now's the time in the show where we get naked, right?
Usually.
All right.
But I've lost my genitals.
That doesn't impede nakedness. Hey, we went to a bar. That was fun.
Yeah, we did. We went and got
And
a
they were
fat
just, like,
drink.
deserted.
Yeah, and they had free pizza.
And they did have free pizza.
Hey, you know what's cool? My favorite beer is Guinness, or one of them, and
it's
Guinness is vegan.
That's exciting.
Also, a lot of light beers are vegan, which I typically don't like.
Fun.
But
You
I
should see what wines are vegan.
I think it's less than like.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't done a lot of like research, but I think it's like less than beer. I'm just happy that I don't have to go buy vegan beer. There are beers that like everywhere sells that are vegan if I like need to. Like I drank a Bud Light at the Ball, which I will never order a Bud Light because I don't like.
Bud Light.
I mean, I'll drink it. I
Sponsor.
just like don't really like Bud Light because I just think it tastes like urine. But it's vegan.
You said that in the politest way possible.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know. I'm not a big beer guy.
I am a big bear man.
You are a big beer.
I'm a big bear man.
We went to P-Town once. And
You know what's
that's when I
funny?
learned
That
the
that
term
was
bear.
that was a Hive Mind moment because I almost just said the
Really?
same thing. Yeah.
No, yeah.
We happened to. So if I was like a gay man, I would be a bear because I
Yeah.
am like the classification of a
man.
big hairy man. We went to P Town, which like if you guys don't know what P Town is, it's just like it has a very gay population. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people who live in P Town are gay. And they had Bear Week the week that we went,
Yep.
and we were like, of course. I was like, of course I'm here on Bear Week. Like,
It was so funny.
but P Town is an awesome
Cool. You should
place.
go.
It's like a really artsy place, you
We'll
know.
go and have a meetup with our listeners.
Yeah, the Trevor and Jay P Town experience. Yeah, that was fun. Did we go there with Allie and Jenna or no?
Oh, I don't. Maybe. That sounds.
We
vaguely
did.
familiar.
We did. I think we did.
we?
But I remember the car ride not. Oh, yes, we did. I remember we were sitting outside at night like eating some ice
Yeah.
cream or something. That's like
Yeah.
the only memory that I have with them in it.
Shout out.
Remember we wrote Allie that happy birthday song?
Oh yeah, that was so cool.
And then we wrote like 3 other songs.
Ooh yeah, we should.
There once was a man named Bob. He had long brown hair.
Bob
Yeah,
was 6
sweet
feet
soul.
tall.
His father left his mother when he was young. Ooh, wow.
We remember that. She has hair dark red. She puts it in. Oh, that's a different song.
Yeah, but
What was that about? Layla? Sheila?
I don't remember her name, but I remember we went. Yeah.
That was good. We should try to dig these up. They were, okay, so Trevor and I had the idea to make an album. This show is all over the place.
Yeah, we're tired.
Trevor and I had an idea in Cape Cod once to. Wait, was it Cape Cod or was it Rhode Island?
I don't know. I don't remember.
It was Cape Cod.
I remember the
It
house,
was Cape
but I
Cod.
don't remember where it
Yeah,
was.
I think it was Cape Cod.
Wait, I always go. It's the year. Like I always go. The time that this was at a different place. I always go to where's Scarborough Beach? Is that in Rhode
That's
Island?
Rhode Island.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking
Then-
of the house now.
then
It
we-
was Cape Cod.
Yeah, Cape Cod.
Trevor and I spent a summer in Cape Cod and then a different summer in Rhode Island,
Mhm.
so like it gets mixed up. But in Cape Cod, we had an idea to write an album, and every song was going to be a different person's name,
Yeah,
and it was going to be a song about that person, and they were like gonna somewhat.
like some of the people would like know the other people, so
Yeah.
there might be like links between some of the
And
songs.
then, oh my goodness, one of the people was going to be a ghost.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Like
Like they were dead. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
crazy.
you know what I think it was gonna be? In that Sheila, that was the name of that
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Sheila, so every like line had a certain number of like quick little verses in the
Yeah.
not. It was like
She has
there's a
dark
bookstore
hair,
in New York. There's a girl who works there.
Unconventionally beautiful. Sometimes she
Forgets her glasses, and then we would go ooh, and we do that thing. So all of them had like 4 little lines, and then they're like ooh, but then one of them was like, she had a friend named Dave.
Dave,
He lives in the ground now. And she gave all her love to him,
And then we just don't have a fourth.
and it was really sad. And then we did the other thing.
That's so sad.
So
Wait,
we
how much of that song do we know? Because after that first verse, it was like, she has hair dark red. She puts it in a ponytail.
she's a vegetarian, but she is not pretentious.
I forgot that was hilarious. Did she work in a library?
Yeah, she would sometimes she liked to
She liked to take.
sometimes she took the like
She liked to take books home, and usually she paid for them.
yes, and
That's
she
what- usually.
she has a pet dog. He's not allowed in the bookstore. She liked to take books home, and you or something
Wait,
maybe
really?
yeah
Oh,
yeah.
dang.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Wow, I can't
Shout out to
believe.
Sheila.
Yeah.
She's all right, we need to.
Yeah, I know.
write this
I
song.
can't believe how much of it we actually remember.
That's good.
Um,
That's a good song.
so we wrote the one about Bob. We wrote the one about her. We wrote one. Maybe it was. I don't think it was a Sheila one. but I can say it's 10:01. There's one where one of the lines, in the Bob song,
Yeah.
was whoever the name is, Dada is a bitch or something like that. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
That was funny. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know her name. Let's just say it was Caitlin for now.
Yeah.
Something like Caitlin is a bitch.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, because he like his. Okay, wait, hold on. There once was a man named Bob. He had long brown hair. He was 6 feet tall. His father loved his mother when he was young. He drank. The next part was about him drinking. I
He
think.
was an alcoholic.
Yeah. He went.
I bet I
Then
got
he
this
went.
in
Then
my
then
iPod
he went to a
somewhere.
grocery store.
Okay.
To buy something, and then he ran into the girl. This is the plot of the song. I don't remember the words. He went to a grocery store.
Yeah.
He ran into the girl, and then he went, "Sheila is a bitch," or whatever her name
it
was.
Sheila?
Maybe that was Sheila, and the
Maybe
other
that
one
was
was a different name.
Yeah. That actually probably makes more sense.
Because I think I remember singing
Saying Sheila.
"Sheila is a
Yeah.
bitch."
I hate her.
That rolls off my tongue.
Trevor and I don't know anyone named Sheila for the record.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met anyone named Sheila.
Yeah. I'm impressed. I know the name.
Actually, I know of a Sheila,
Really?
but I don't know. I don't know if I ever met her.
Really? What's her relation to you?
Do you know?
Sister.
So I'm not gonna drop like names, but
Alright,
it's
that's fine.
it's a friend of my mom.
Okay.
Her ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Her name was Sheila.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering correctly. That's the only Sheila I can link back to.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to know quickly before we wrap up how we talked about how we're almost definitely living in a simulation?
Yes.
So
This is going back to how this is a dream episode.
in my human communications class.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, we can quickly talk about this also. Jay and I wrote my mom texted me again. Jay and I wrote a song where we could like put in any female's name. So we would walk up to the beach and ask girls their names, and then we would put their name in the song
Oh my goodness, I totally forgot about that.
and sing it to them.
That was so good. We did that, didn't we?
Yeah, it was fun.
We were courageous.
Yeah, I know. I can't.
Horny.
That was some good old beach sexing.
Yeah, okay, well, I brought my saxophone.
Saxophone. Sexy
to
phone.
the beach and like played.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there was definitely a group of
Oh my
people
God,
I
and we
ran
got-
up to,
and-
I played Sexy Sax Man
Yeah.
in front of them, and they were like dying.
And my mom bought us shirts, and yours had a saxophone on it. Mine had a guitar on it.
Heck yeah! Did we wear those
yeah,
to the beach?
yeah.
Oh, I still have that shirt.
Really?
Do you have the guitar shirt?
I think Russ took it.
No.
But what I was gonna say, here was the reasoning in class where we talked about. So we were referencing work that was written by a guy who works at like some very prestigious Ivy League school, and he's talking about like the post-human future and things like that. We were talking about, are we post-human, and like weird things. And his argument for us being in a simulation is advanced civilizations like us. We're an advanced civilization. Like, we are getting to the verge where we're really like getting close to like we're on our way to getting some good artificial intelligent beings like up and running, you know. Like we have one with citizenship, whatever her name is.
Is that true?
Yeah, she doesn't have U.S. citizenship though. She has like
International.
New Zealand citizenship or something.
Oh.
The simulation theory that we were talking about was basically about creating ancestor simulations, which is basically a simulation in which there are other conscious beings in the simulation. So if I were to develop a simulation that had conscious AIs in the simulation, right?
Yeah.
They could then go on, those artificial intelligent beings that are in the simulation that I make could go on and create their own simulation. They could then go on to create their own simulation.
Yeah.
And it basically becomes exponential. So
But at what point do you get like the pixel, so to speak?
I don't.
Or do you
You
not?
don't. You don't. That's not like a
Okay.
part of it. So my professor was saying, statistically,
Yeah.
and I'm breaking this down much simpler than my professor was saying it. But statistically, the chances are greater that we are in a simulation than we're not, because of the odds of, like, the figures were like hundreds of billions of potential simulations that have been created, and the odds of us being outside of those and being the reality one were slimmer than us being one of the living in one of those simulations. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's trippy.
Yeah. So that we talked about that.
I know Elon Musk is like a big proponent of the idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really either way. Like either way, my life I still do things that have consequences, so I still have to live my life.
I'm
like
always of the mindset that like no matter what you feel your current reality is, that's the reality you should embrace.
Yeah.
Like when you're dreaming.
Yeah, right.
You don't know.
Yeah. I had a good flying dream. I had a good flying dream the other day. I was flying through a city, and it was like.
No way.
But I was parachuting, like I was skydiving,
Oh,
but I wasn't really. I was flying, but like my mind was I'm skydiving, but I was like literally flying, like. That was
so
cool.
I love flying dreams.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have them tonight.
Maybe we will.
Dream share.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we'll dream share with you, listeners.
Hey, listeners, thanks for tuning into what is probably, most likely, almost, unless we have a little surprise.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that because we have one planned, because we absolutely don't, but maybe our season finale. So, thanks for
We'll see you in the next episode of season 5 or
the first episode
of season 6.
Yes. So, once again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for starting your week with us, and we'll see you when we wake up.